What's up, Pisces? Welcome to your March 2021 general reading. This is going to be for you Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Please keep in mind that's not going to resonate with all of you guys. So definitely, hope that you guys get some type of clarity on a situation or some perspective, something to think about to take you further. Before I get into this, I want to say happy birthday to you, Pisces. I hope you have an amazing season. I hope that the start of the year hasn't been too rough on you, right? Go ahead and drop down in the comments. Let me know when your birthday is. Find your birthday twin. Wish everybody a happy birthday. Also, I'm curious to know, who are your favorite Pisces celebrities? Mine personally are, of course, Miss Erykah Badu and Rihanna. That's what I think of when I think of Pisces, like queens, them. So, yeah, curious to know yours. I want to get into this reading because I'm already a couple days late, and I think that there may be some things in here that you guys need to hear. Now, last month, I feel like it was you that I was talking to, which I should have looked at my notes beforehand, but I didn't, where I was talking about look, do you want this or do you not? Especially as it pertains to relationship. And it's funny because I feel like there's a little bit of this that is coming up this month, like a little bit of residual things. I do also want to make the point that when I was doing the pre-shuffle, I kept seeing the Tower card. And although there is no Tower card here, actually there is no major arcana laid out here, it almost feels like there may have been a Tower card moment, that sparked some significant change, or that will be sparking some significant change for you this month. This month, when we are in your season, right, it's really all about imagination and spirituality and intuition and creation. That's what you guys are fully aligned with and focused on, right? And for you guys this month, we've got the Four of Swords. So there's a big, big, big message here to take the time that you need. Be okay with being vulnerable. You got all this purple in the card, right? This Four of Swords talks also about being close to spirit, connecting with spirit, right? Connecting with your source. And for many of you guys, maybe taking a break from a time or a situation that could have happened, or maybe that will happen, that leaves you a little disappointed, a little heartbroken, not gonna lie, because the Four of Swords does follow the Three of Swords, and you actually do have the Three of Swords that popped up on the spread. We are in your season. We are, this is a very emotional time for a lot of people. But I do want you to know that stay encouraged, because the new moon in Pisces on the 13th will be really, really powerful for you, of course. Anything that you decide to do around that time, decide to do with knowing and discernment, and you really, really, really have a great chance of success in it. So whether it's like a business or, even a relationship, that type of thing. We are having a full moon on the 28th in Libra, which will be very much connected to relationships, right? Not just romantic ones, but just relationships of all kind, whether it be at work, your partnerships, your actual romantic relationships, your relationships with your family, your relationships, with your coworkers, that type of thing. Mars just moved into Gemini yesterday. It'll be there till the 23rd. Okay. This is really, really great too for those of you guys who have been planning to do something new, right? Because Mars moving into Gemini after being in Taurus, which was kind of sleepy, but allowed us to slowly go forward and move about things. That Gemini energy is going to make things happen a little bit faster. It's going to be way more energetic. So I think it will be a good change for you guys in particular, and actually all the mutable signs. It may be a little tricky at first, but I actually think it's going to be a really good thing. Also, keep in mind, Mercury enters Pisces on the 15th, so 2 days after the new moon. Around this time, it's really, really important that you are really falling into that Pisces energy by leaning more towards your intuition than your logic, okay? And that's how you guys kind of normally roll. It's really more of a message for all of us who aren't Pisces to kind of take on that Pisces energy. But Basically, intuition is going to trump your logic around that time, okay? Now, you guys start out with Knight of Cups, Page of Cups, and Three of Swords. Okay? Interesting, interesting. Knight of Cups and Page of Cups, of course, those are connected to love. Of course, those are connected to water, emotions, connected to love offers, perhaps, connected to opportunities. You know, when we talk about pages, we talk about messages coming in. So even like a loving message coming in. It's interesting, though, because the Knight of Cups and the Page of Cups, they're both young, you know, energies. They're not as elevated as, say, a king or queen. And I almost feel like this is you and somebody else, especially if you were dealing with a fire sign. We do have the King of Wands in the environment, which we'll get into in a moment. But both of these are some form of love, right? Offerings. But even the Page and the Knight, they're not on the same page, you know? So it's almost as if for some of you guys, and take this as it resonates because it could absolutely be flipped. Remember last month I was feeling this back and forth of like, yo, what is it? Like, do you want this or do you not? Because you're going to fuck it up by just like sitting there and not taking initiative. Or some of you guys, there is maybe, you know, things were laid on a little too thick or too strong at the time for the opposite person. Whatever this difference is, there is the Three of Swords showing up here. So this may be something not working out, especially as it pertains to relationships. And that may be why I kept seeing that Tower card coming up, right? Knight of Cups is super romantic. Knight of Cups is super... Oh, shit. Some of you guys were really trying to give like a love offer. You got the Libra card with the Justice here that came up. So when I see Knight of Cups and Justice together, to me, that's like proposal. Right? But the next card in line is the Page of Cups. So this isn't someone who's quite ready for what you're ready for, it seems like. And maybe that's where the discrepancy is, that there was some heartbreak behind that. Maybe you wanted to take this relationship to the next level, and maybe all that this person was willing to offer you at the time was like, no, like, I like you, but damn, I don't want to get married, or I don't want to move in together. I don't want to, you know, whatever this is. Two of Air. Yeah. That's Moon and Libra. So there's two cards here that speak specifically of Libra energy. Some of you guys might have been dealing with the Libra. But it feels like whether this is you or your partner, it feels like, look, although there's love and although there's, you know, adoration and all that on both sides, one person seems very much ready for something that the other person just was not. Whether it's you or the opposite person you're dealing with, doesn't really matter. Here's more fire energy, Three of Fire, right? With that Page of Cups. I told you, some of you guys, it feels like you may have been dealing with a fire sign. So in things not being, you know, on the same page, it feels like there may be some disappointment. I almost feel like some of you guys tried to give someone an ultimatum and they were like, girl, I don't know why you did that to yourself. Strength, the Devil. And so I'm feeling like there's this level of bondage with this Devil, right? Not necessarily like the sexy kind either. This feels like it's like you or the other person may have felt like this was you're beginning to be in a situation where it's like, oh my God, I can't breathe. Like, you're doing too much. I like you. So there's no need for you to try to flex this extra power on me. The Strength card, right, talks about strength. It talks about needing strength. Whenever we have the Strength card, it's very, very clear that there's something we need strength for. Obviously, you've got the Three of Swords, so I think it's like just pulling things together and feeling okay with what is at the time. But the Strength card, it's really, really important to understand that the Strength card talks about the feminine, divine feminine strength. It's not that pushy, machismo, masculine strength, right, that we normally think of when we think about someone being strong or something. It's really about going deep within. Everything that you need is deep within. It almost feels like either you or the other person was trying to fix some type of emptiness or some type of something that you feel internally through shifting what your external you know, life looks like jumping into the relationship or jumping to try to do something. But I don't feel like that's the fix. There's things to work on within, right? And so I really feel like, especially with that Four of Swords, remember that's the bottom of the deck energy, there's a lot of healing that's going to be coming to you guys towards the end of the month. Okay? So there's this sense of needing to kind of step back and separate yourself from a situation to realize, you know, how to either go towards it in a different way, or realize that it's not exactly for you in the ways that you thought or the ways that you had hoped. Now, you've got the King of Cups. I'm sorry, King. I don't know why I keep saying King of Cups. Maybe because I'm talking to you guys. Anyways, King of Wands and the Three of Earth in the environment. If we're talking about work opportunities, this is really good. This is about you guys networking. This is about you guys meeting people who can give you new opportunities, meeting people in different rooms, you know, that kind of open up doors for you. This is about you being very social. Again, Mars going into Gemini, it's a very social time for all of us. Or the potential to be social for all of us. Again, for some of you guys, I strongly felt like you are dealing with a fire sign individual, Aries, Leo, or Sag, but it doesn't have to be. But this is in your environment. So again, I do feel like there's opportunities for you guys, especially in terms of work and creativity. Really use the Pisces energy to get, you know, to be imaginative, to be creative, to get in your bag with that, because that's where you guys live, right? But also, this might point to someone maybe that you were dealing with, maybe feeling like they want to kind of explore other options. Now, Three of Earth is Three of Pentacles, right? That's Mars and Capricorn. And that's not really, like, let's say if this is in terms of dating, in terms of romance, this isn't pointing to me someone who is out there trying to like be sexual with everybody, but this is someone who is keeping their shit open, right? Keeping an open mind in terms of that. But also, I think for you guys, keep an open mind in terms of whatever opportunities come towards you at this time, because there are opportunities for elevation. There are opportunities for growth career-wise. There are opportunities for you to really flex your creativity. Yeah. Now, this Five of Wands is interesting. Actually, it's really interesting because Five of Wands and Seven of Swords, those are the next two cards. But this Five of Wands, the Four of Earth came out, Sun and Capricorn. Some of you guys might be dealing with Capricorn. There's two Capricorn, actually three Capricorn cards here. So you got the Devil, you got the Three of Pentacles, which is Mars and Capricorn. You got the Four of Earth Pentacles, which is Sun and Capricorn. Now, you got the Four of Pentacles with the Five of Wands. So for some of you guys, either the person that you were dealing with or someone is coming off as guarded, selfish, maybe not really giving to the situation, really not giving into what you want. I feel like there's been conflict because someone wanted, whether you're person A or B, someone wanted something very, very specific. And in their mind, they're like, yo, it has to go this way. This is what I want. Let me throw out this ultimatum for you, make it even more spicy, right? And the other person is like, you can do that if you want to, but this isn't something you're going to win at. This isn't something that I'm willing to give right now. And again, if this is a romantic situation, I do feel like this is someone who cares and like likes you, maybe even loves you, but there's something about the way that you're moving. It's just not working for them. So there's arguments that ensue, possibly. Five of Wands. That's about competition. That's also about arguments and fighting and not being on the same page. Look at all these people with all their wands. They're all doing different shit. Like, I can't ever even tell by looking at this who's supposed to be fighting who. Like, what team are we on? So this feels like there was a difference of goals, difference of opinion, difference of something that just you guys couldn't get this figured out. You couldn't get it right on track, right? Now, through your hurt emotions, you might be tempted to be a little sly, right? To be a little sneaky. The Seven of Swords tends to do that. You know, he's the original thief, the original cheat, the original ain't shit person, you know? But he also represents strategy. So this might be you guys trying to figure out how to Oh, shit. How to fix a situation. You got the Lovers here, Gemini energy. I also feel like this is being prompted by that Mars and Gemini energy. So this may have been this may be happening this week, to be quite honest. Queen of Air, communication, truth, discernment, right? That's Queen of Swords. It's interesting because in the Seven of Swords, have you ever noticed how this person is only carrying 5 of the swords? 5 of Swords is literally like about arguments, petty fights, an empty victory in something, right? And they got the 2 swords that are still stuck in the ground. So it's funny, the 2 swords that are still stuck in the ground with the Gemini, the Lovers card, there's decisions that need to be made. Remember, I told you this last month that a decision needed to be made, and it's almost as if now, what is it? You know, it's interesting because Mars going into Gemini, I think, is a really good thing for a lot of people. Again, it's a very energetic, it's energetic vibe. It's a, you know, if we're talking about Mars, that's our ability to do things and be direct and be aggressive and go for what we want. Also has a lot to do with our libido, right? But so for those of you guys who have been doing what you're supposed to do, this is really good in terms of letting things flow. Now, where this can be really overwhelming, though, is if there's been business that you've been knowing full well you need to handle, conversations you know full well you've been needing to have. If there's anything that you put off up until this point, it's going to come up. It's going to come up for you to deal with and face head on. For you guys, this feels like this is very much about a lover. And, you know, maybe something going sideways with that. And not having, you know, feeling kind of bad about it at first. Not having the right attitude towards it. Again, whether this is you or the other person, I just feel like somebody gave somebody an ultimatum and it really didn't work out in their favor. In terms of work, though, there's a lot of opportunity for success, a lot of opportunity for creativity. That's for sure. Now, your oracle cards, you got drain drops. It says take a chance on them, 39. So, romantically, maybe this is a situation. This is not going to be for everybody, right? Use your discernment. This may be a situation that is worth taking a chance on. Or trying to figure out how to kind of heal and mend the situation. If this is work opportunities, I think this is really a good time, right, to go for things. Again, around the new moon, it's going to be really powerful for you. Don't hesitate. Be willing to take certain risks and don't second guess yourself. And I think you guys will come out on top. Okay. Now, you've also got gratitude list, which says counting your blessings and feeling gratitude for what you already have helps you to be centered in your heart instead of fixated on the worries in your mind. What and who are you grateful for right now? Keep focusing upon gratitude and you'll discover the amazing generosity of this universe. So no matter how hard things may seem this month, even if you feel, you know, a little emotional, being grateful for the things that you do have. Even if it's just like, yo, I'm grateful that I have a car with gas in it. I'm grateful, you know, I was able to pay my bill. You know, even though I didn't fucking want to. Thank God I had the means to be able to do that. Things like that. The more that you're able to be grateful for even just the little things, the more that you get, you know, the big things and the things that you really, really desire to come towards you. You also got, I surrender to a greater power than me. Excuse me. I surrender to a power greater than me. Okay. With that butterfly there is this sense of evolving, this sense of transformation. Now that full moon that's happening in Libra is going to be hitting your 8th house, which is all about transformation. So I do think that there is a bit of a shakeup or a change in your relationships as they stand right now, but I do think that it's for the best overall. Now you got focus on love. Look for the good in everyone. Number 24 might be significant to you. This, whether you are in a relationship or you're not, this reminds us to try to see the good in everybody, try to see the good in every situation, the silver lining, right? Not letting stress and worry overwhelm you, you know, not letting it consume you, even if something that, you know, didn't work out and maybe you're disappointed, maybe you're heartbroken, looking at everything through a lens of love, okay? And having love for situations and people, whether they worked out in your favor or not, right? That is important to keep attracting, you know, that what you want. So focus on love. Don't be mad at people and be bitter and try to be thinking about how to get even. You know, if that's what this Seven of Swords energy is pointing to, we're not doing any of that, right? This is about moving forward in integrity. And really, really, really taking the time for yourself this month, really, really trusting your intuition this month, really, really kind of taking it easy, taking it slow. Use this month as a time to heal and get really connected to source, okay? Because I think you guys do have a lot of big things coming up, especially as it pertains to work and stuff. So don't let, if there's any relationship issues, whether they're romantic, whether it's with your sister, whether it's with your mother, whether it's whatever, don't let those overwhelm you to the point of forgetting all the great things that you have. Stay in gratitude, okay? And that's what I got for you guys this month. I hope that it was helpful, and you know, I'll see you next month. If you would like a personal reading, you can definitely reach out to me at shesvibeytarot@gmail.com. Go to my About tab. I've got the menu of services, pricing, everything. You know, let me know what you want. You can email me. Unless you would like to book a live reading, then you can, you know, there's a link right there. You can handle it yourself. So I love you, Pisces. Happiest of birthdays to you, and I will see you soon. Bye.